What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp. It is Fightful Fight Night here at Fightful.com, YouTube.com/Fightful. Please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Tap that bell for notifications. You can donate a super chat and get your question or statement read on the air. This show brought to you by HelixSleep.com/Fightful. Go over there, save $200 off of any of their amazing mattresses. You take a quick questionnaire. It matches you up to the mattress that works best for you. I bought one myself last year during the pandemic because I didn't want to roll around where a bunch of plebs had been rolling around on beds at the mattress store. So I went to HelixSleep.com/Fightful. At the very least, check them out. Hit them up at Helix Sleep on Twitter. Let them know you heard about them from us. But we are joined by Steven Jensen. Steven, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. This has been a hell of a night of fights so far. Awesome card, and we got the 2 title fights right here, right now. I am pumped. How are y'all doing?
Doing good. We're also joined by Douglas. Doug, how you doing?
I'm great. Steven's dead on. This pay-per-view's been unbelievable. I'm almost speechless how good it's been, and we still have 2 amazing fights. This could definitely be pay-per-view of the year for the UFC.
That freaking Gaethje and Chandler fight was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. Down 2 spots below, we got Rob Wilkins, a.k.a. my ride from the airport this Friday when I hit Minneapolis. Rob, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I am. Everybody's right. That Gaethje fight, that was outstanding. I think it's the first UFC fight in a long time where I actually was like just yelling at the TV, just like it was awesome. It was so fun.
You DM'd me during it. You were like, dude, this fight. And I was like, dude, This is incredible.
Guys, spread the love, retweet, all that good stuff. It goes a long way. It helped us out. Leave a thumbs up. You know the drill. We've got a super chat. John Gorman says, hey, guys, Gaethje Chandler somehow didn't die. One of the best fights I've ever seen. Who you got in Usman, Colby, and Weili and Rose? I've got Rose and Usman. Who do each of you have?
Go ahead, Doug. You go first.
I've got Usman and I've got Weili.
Rob?
Rose and Usman.
I'm taking Weili and Colby Covington.
Rose Namajunas making the walk right now. Man, it's good to see her in a good headspace. I mean,
For sure.
when she became champion, it seemed like it didn't seem like she wanted to lose the title, but it seemed like the burden of being champion weighed on her. And things changed, and she looked more than ready to take that back. And here we go, her defending her title.
Yeah, I think that Weili is going to come back vicious, though. Like, she's going to be, I think she's going to be out to make a statement here. But Rose looked great in that last fight, for sure.
And Rose keeps telling herself that she's the best, so the gimmick is continuing. She's definitely believing it now.
Yeah, and Pat Barry always there by her side, talking her up. Oof, this is going to be a good one. I was there live at Weili Zhang and Ioannis and Jacek. That was like the best fight I've ever seen. And,
Yeah.
like I can never get that out of my mind when I think about Weili Zhang. I'm just like, if that fighter fights Rose, like, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But I'm a big Rose fan, too. It's not like I want to see Rose lose or anything like that.
Did you watch the Countdown show?
I did not.
Showed a lot of how Cejudo's been helping her. And, like, she has been, like, at his gym in Arizona. And, I mean, he's teaching her a lot about distance, takedowns, like, really polishing her up. So it's going to be very interesting to see if that's helps her as a fighter.
Yeah, that could be huge. I mean, that's for Weili Zhang, right? That Cejudo's helping.
Yeah.
Just got a super chat. Thank you very much, Alicia.
Yes, Alicia.
Alicia says that Alex Pereira debut, though. Yeah,
Yes.
That was Joe Rogan was really talking him up too. Like, that guy, like, first round didn't look so great, and then second round came up with that V trigger knee to the dome for the win.
Yep.
As I was watching some murder mysteries during the prelim, she was keeping me updated on the haps.
Oh yeah.
Also, important news for anybody who just tuned in. I set the single season doubles record on MLB The Show's Road to the Show. I smacked 85 doubles. I know you all were super worried about that. 85. The previous record was 67. Unbelievable. I know. Send me a super chat to celebrate.
So we got Bruce Buffer back in the octagon after missing last week.
Yeah.
Great to see him back.
For sure.
Referee
Also,
Mark
guys,
Goddard.
FightfulSelect.com. Today I have some creative news on some of the people who were released, their plans or lack thereof. Got some producers for this week's SmackDown. And, of course, HelixSleep.com/Fightful. Get your good night's sleep. HelixSleep.com/Fightful.
Speaking of FightfulSelect.com, tomorrow, Fightful Select Weekender Podcast.
Ooh,
I'll be
yeah.
talking Indies and 205 Live and the people that are no longer in the WWE and all that kind of stuff. So and MLW had a show tonight. Some pretty cool results coming out of that one. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow on the Weekender for sure.
Alicia says, yep, whenever I see someone get mollywopped, I immediately send it to Sean. I haven't used the word mollywopped in far too long. That's going to change. It's just not going to change on this show because it'll seem like I shoehorned it in.
True.
Man, that Edgar knockout as well. Like throughout that fight, I was like, man, here he is at 40 years old. He's still got it. And whew, his chin isn't what it used to be, obviously. It's still all right, but we're looking at Frankie Edgar, who pretty quickly has lost 4 of his last 5 fights.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
One of the most durable fighters ever, but you just can't take that beating anymore like you used to.
Since May 2018, he has 1 win, and it's a split decision win.
Was it Munoz that he beat?
Yep.
I was at Edgar Maynard 3 UFC. Yeah. And I remember like Frankie took such a beating that first round, and he came back and won.
Those fights were epic.
Yeah. It just looks like the speed of all the fighters now are so much like superior. Like Frankie used to be able to dominate with speed and quickness, and now they're all that way. And so it's like his advantage is gone.
It's so wild that he was a natural 155 or 2. Like he weighed like 155
Right.
walking around and was beating guys that were fighting him at like 170 plus, like on fight night.
Yeah, for sure.
That was
guys,
also,
on the main screen here, as you see, we have live stats straight from UFC's official website. Alicia says, Edgar hasn't been the same since Brian Ortega. It seems sad, but true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time he got stopped, wasn't it? Ortega
By
with that uppercut.
probably, especially by knockout.
Yeah.
Probably, though. All right, fight started for me.
I'm
at 426.
Oh, wow. I'm at 4:30, so
4:15, but I'm going to stop it for a few seconds. It'll be a little bit closer now.
17, 16, 15 for me. Still a lot of feeling out. Not a lot's been thrown besides a couple for Zhang.
For a while, they were calling her Weili Zhang, and now it seems to be Zhang Weili. They've flipped it.
Good inside leg kick from her. They're just trading
they're
leg
definitely
kicks
doing
right now.
a feel out process right now.
Well, Rose just felt her out with a straight to the jaw.
Ooh.
Frank Aguilera says, if Usman doesn't break Colby's chin again, why are we even here? Oh, buddy. I agree. Like, as we wait for the action to pick up in this fight, like one of the things I take issue with, like I see why Covington's doing what he's doing. He is a fantastic fighter, and this does get him more attention. Oh, here's a great combo from Rose. This does get him more attention, obviously, than it would otherwise. It's just the material's corny. like fake newsman and all that is so bad. Good body lock to the takedown from Zhang, and then she's trying to pass over in the side, but it doesn't work. She's stuck in half.
Rose is on her back.
Zhang tried to step over, but she's right back in a full.
This is where that Cejudo training comes in.
Yep.
Very true.
Posture really close, down on the hips, or the weight's down on the hips. The posture is really low. That way she doesn't get caught in a triangle, an arm bar, anything like that. You don't want to be hanging out like in the middle. You want your posture all the way up or all the way down.
Rose looks like she was trying to do something there, but
she did. That is where that posture comes into play. It's a lot tougher to throw on a triangle or something like that when you're that low on the body. Ooh, a good old ass kick.
Yeah, she almost had Walls of Jericho position there. It was close. I can't believe we saw that one time in an actual MMA fight.
It's something that you like it for a lot of catch wrestling people. You can get rookies with it a lot that close their guard and don't open it up. You can bear crawl over the closed guard, and it's usually more of a half crab than a full Boston crab. But yeah, you basically take your hands and you bear crawl over their thigh, whichever one's more convenient for you. You hold on to their leg and you pull a half crab with it. Just because usually they don't know any better than to keep their guard closed, and they'd never open it up. Same thing with can openers too. That's how you get people to open them up.
So awesome. Whenever I see anything that works in pro wrestling, work in MMA, I always mark out so hard. Yeah.
Some good strike exchanges that we're seeing on the feet here. Like Zhang is varying it up a lot, and Rose is choosing to go in with combos and hits a lot harder with the end of the combos than anything else before that final punch.
Yeah, you can tell that Zhang definitely respects Rose now. Like, she's definitely more cautious.
Definitely doesn't want to get hit with a head kick for sure.
Totally understandable.
I could see why you would want to.
Yeah.
When me and you were talking about it earlier this week, Doug, but weren't you saying that you saw a statistic that like 90% or like of immediate rematches, the person who lost the first fight also loses the second fight?
Yeah.
That's wild.
For like title fights.
For title fights. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's not a big thing that I've ever been a fan of, immediate title rematches for stuff like that, because if that person loses, you effectively remove them from contention. Less so these days than it used to be, because we used to have some pretty lengthy reigns back in the day. But yeah, it is a little weird for me.
It just depends too, because like let's say Colby somehow beats Usman, then they're going to run that back again.
Of course.
Because Usman was such a dominant champion and all that. So
if it was something like Amanda Nunes, like happening to get knocked out by somebody at 145, well, of course.
Yeah.
You run it back. There's nobody there. She's the greatest of all time. There's no other match to make. There are no immediate threats at 135. It's just this is why, I mean, they've been loading up these pay-per-view cards, and those fight nights have basically been Strikeforce Challengers cards of late.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, basically. And then also for the main event, like at least because Usman's beaten Masvidal and Burns since, and Colby beat Woodley.
Yeah. Right.
So at least they've it wasn't right away that they're redoing that. But that's also a big reason why I took Colby tonight, which I think Usman's the way better prediction than Colby. But there's something about the idea of having your back against a wall like that where because if he doesn't win tonight, what does he do from here? Like he can't fight for the title. Like his shtick's going to not be effective at all because, the excuses no one's going to care to hear. I mean,
185. That's all he's got if he loses tonight, in my opinion.
That's true. He's a terrible matchup for someone like Adesanya, who grappling wise, but also
right.
I just think Adesanya's length would abuse him, though. I think.
Yeah,
I think
very possible.
I think Adesanya probably finishes that fight in a round and a half. Honestly, just based on length.
Yeah.
Also, size. He would be way bigger than Colby.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think Adesanya's like 6'4" and has an 80-inch reach, and Covington's like 5'11's being generous. He's probably closer to 5'10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that Adesanya would destroy 8-inch reach advantage too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll say this, man. Rose looks so much more comfortable than
both.
what she used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both just exchanged there.
Alicia says, "Who's excited for Okada versus Buddy Matthews?" I am, and little
Big
preview,
time.
little nugget for you guys that are watching here. I have a major New Japan interview dropping this week.
Oh, yeah?
Major one, yes.
Nice.
Very excited.
Finally got that Stan Hansen interview you've been wanting.
I wish I would love that.
It would be awesome.
Ooh. They both threw rights at the same time, but neither really connected. What time are you on, Sean?
2:45.
Okay, we're like right on the same. Okay. What about you,
I'm
Doug?
like-
You were a little bit behind.
Yeah, I'm like 5 seconds behind y'all.
I'm about the same.
Okay, cool.
So round one, it looked like she was that Zhang like outstruck a little bit based on the stats, and same with this one. It feels like Rose has landed the heavier strikes to me.
Yeah.
A lot of Zhang's have been leg kicks, which have landed, but I feel like Namajunas has inflicted a lot more damage, but who knows? Cyclops says DC is obviously so biased for Rose in this fight.
Zhang caught her.
Yeah, I mean DC's call of Rose winning her first title. Oh, great roll through.
Oh.
Zhang
Wow.
caught the kick, and
Another-
Namajunas rolled through. The first time I had seen something like, nice up kick from Rose.
Yeah.
Oh.
So close.
One of the first times I saw that work was, I think, Anderson Silva against, or Chael Sonnen against Anderson Silva, where Anderson Silva caught one of Sonnen's kicks, and Sonnen just did a roll through on it, and it worked out really well. And we just saw it work pretty well for Rose. I mean, a lot better than what it could have been, but she's on her back now and back to her feet. Hot diggity darn.
Yeah, she ate one big one to the dome on the ground, but outside of that, that was pretty much it.
Well, she got
This is 2 rounds now where Rose has been put on her back, and I don't know how the judges are going to score that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Very good fight so far as well.
Just out of curiosity, would y'all have given Gaethje a 10-8 in the second round against Chandler, the one that he dropped him and almost finished him?
I don't know.
think so.
I don't think so. Every round of that felt competitive to me.
Agreed,
Every single round of that felt like there was so much, like I was so caught up in it, like even like mentally I couldn't score it because I was like, at any moment either one could knock the other out, and we saw that possibility really unfold.
So Rose got the takedown as well.
As we were just talking, like sort of similar to that in a different vein, though. Rose lands a takedown on Zhang.
Still going at it at the bell. Nice.
So I'm going to put it 1-1.
I would too.
Yep.
I was just going to say that 1-1.
And I know Cyclops had mentioned DC's commentary. Like, they're all, I hate to say it, but they're all like really biased at this point. Or at least Rogan and DC. Like, you can tell Rogan just doesn't really pay attention like he used to, and like he has his fighters that he pays attention to.
Buddy, he's got to get Aaron Rodgers back on the field. All right.
That's exactly.
Malov says today's card has been fun. It's been a blast. It has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is Zhang hurt in the corner? Oh, I couldn't tell what they were saying to her.
Also, it kind of looks like to me that Zhang, with the muscles that she has, I feel like she's going to gas. I mean, she's looking tired, and I don't know. I feel like maybe by 4th, 5th round, she might not have much left.
I know a bit different frame wise, but I remember that was always an issue for Alistair Overeem, like because of how muscular he was. Like he was
dominate for 4 rounds and get knocked out.
Yeah.
So admittedly, this is my first time seeing the UFC 269 nice card. I don't look at cards ahead of time anymore since that's not my area of coverage outside of editing articles and stuff. I like that card. I like loading these up with at least 2 title fights. You should. And then if one falls off, okay, you've still got a title fight there as well. Plus, man, I just love Charles Oliveira.
Same. I think he beats Poirier.
I love Poirier too.
Yeah.
Now that I mentioned that, and Amanda Nunes is the greatest women's fighter of all time. So
what sucks though, no matter who wins it's Islam's title. Islam's going to win that belt. Yeah.
I think that Islam's the only one who stylistically can beat Oliveira right now. I think he's the only one who really has a chance. And I love Poirier, like super well-rounded, has more heart than like everyone in the whole sport. Like I love Dustin Poirier, but I just think Charles Oliveira is just a nightmare. And his striking keeps getting better too. Like in his ground games already, it's just going to be so much better than anybody. But Makhachev,
also Sean,
wrestling is insane.
Leon Edwards versus Jorge Masvidal is on that card as well.
Is it? Oh, that's a hell of a show.
Yes.
That is a hell of a show right there.
We'll probably do a three fight night for that one. Then
I just pulled up the card. Like Dominic Cruz and Munoz is on that show.
Yep.
Garbrandt's on that show. I mean, who gives a shit?
Sean O'Malley.
Sean. It should have been Sean versus Garbrandt. They should have done that. They're on the same show.
Sean or Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
Well, Garbrandt's fighting at flyweight this time.
Flyweight. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm interested to see how that goes.
Good. Instead of them just giving him a title shot when he's got 1 win since 2016.
Yeah.
Ooh, I probably wouldn't go for many of those wild spinning back fists if I were Zhang, because that's the type of thing that Namajunas will capitalize on and really cook you with. Probably land a good kick to the body and set up a combo after that. But
nice right from Rose.
Nice body kick from Zhang, too.
If Rose wins, who would be next, Steven?
Ooh. I don't know. Like, Joanna's always right there, but they might make her win again before. Yeah.
She said
especially
she just
since they fought twice.
Yeah. No, I know. But like, Joanna, she's like on that level within that division where like I could just like see them just doing if it was like they couldn't get her at all or she had to be a title fight, you know what I mean? Like if that was
maybe Esparza, Marina Rodriguez, maybe
Esparza, that's right.
Tisha's won a few in a row. They've got a few options.
I'm pretty sure Carla beat Rose in the tough finale.
Yeah.
Oh,
and good shoulder butt. And Amanda Lemos is fighting Nina Nunes in December, and I think, she's been on a hot streak as well.
Marina Rodriguez she won the main event of a fight night recently. Was it against Amanda Hebos? Who was that against? I can't remember.
I don't watch that shit.
I think it was.
It was the main event of a fight night like just a few weeks ago. And it wasn't like an overly like impressive fight or anything, but
a few weeks ago Amanda won. Yeah, that's right. Amanda Hebos won.
Yeah. I'd probably go call her Esparza. Probably.
Yeah, they got the history there. She's a former champion. Yep. There's a story to be told there.
Yeah.
She's also won multiple fights in a row.
Yep. I think she's won like 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah, that's a lot. Ooh. Zhang cracked Rose, and Rose took it.
Great takedown from Zhang.
I'm telling you, man, that Cejudo training really paid off.
Yeah.
Ooh, got the wrist control in the turtled up spot while threading the leg through.
Rose
Yeah, she's gonna Rose is gonna get out of this round.
Oh, Zhang's going for the neck. It didn't work. Into full mount, only 4 seconds left though.
Man, Rose did really good not taking like any damage there.
Yeah.
Esparza has won 5 fights in a row.
Yeah, you gotta go with her then.
Her last loss, oh man, Tatiana Suarez. I miss her a lot.
Yeah, that's a real bummer. That like she can't stay active. She's had so much happen.
Yep, she hasn't fought in over 2 years. I know she was supposed to fight at 266, but man, what a bummer.
Yeah, she really looked like she could be like
I thought she was going to be champion.
She was going to give a lot of people problems.
And I do feel like whenever she comes back, if she wins like one fight really convincingly, they'll probably put her in a title fight too.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, agreed.
She was one of those people when a lot of people said, "Oh, who do you want to see jump over to pro wrestling?" Tatiana Suarez was one of them because of her background. It's just, unfortunately, she couldn't stay healthy. Surprised we haven't seen Megan Anderson make the jump either. Like she's one that looks like $1 million. She's big. She's imposing.
She could be like a female Undertaker.
Yeah. Has on-screen experience with like hosting and a lot of stuff like that, so she probably gets that end of it. And I think that she's like friendly with Big E too.
Yo, but seriously, Paige Van Zandt, like she needs to make the jump. She can be a star.
I want to see her work before anything because, like, there have been so many times where I just like people do that, and it's like, okay, well, the mic skills are there, but then they take that back bump and it just doesn't work.
They change their mind.
Yeah.
She's always had heart, though. She's just not the best fighter, but like athletically, it's there, and she's got charisma. Like I think she could do it.
Wow!
Nice shot by Rose.
Oh my! Rose Namajunas just bicycle kicked from her back with up kicks and knocked down Zhang, and then got herself back up. That was unreal.
Great transition there.
I have this 2-1 Zhang right now.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I don't know if the judges do, though.
She should just lay there and spam that bicycle kick. Like the old Bart Simpson, Lisa Simpson. Like, don't run into me.
Zhang's going for the back again.
Ooh, Rose trying to sit out, but Zhang places the weight on her back towards Rose's hips. Rose breaks the body lock as well. Now, if you're Rose, you could maybe roll through and get a knee bar, maybe, but no, Zhang's got wrist control there, so it's going to be hard to pull that. And now she's got the back.
Yeah, she's trying to flatten her out.
And lots of time to work. This isn't great. Rose ideally wants to. Well, it looked like she would want to pin her knee into the left leg of Zhang and then try to turn in. That way the hook wasn't in anymore, but she wasn't able to get that done. She's still trying, though. There she goes. And now she's inside the guard. Yeah, Zhang didn't have the hook in great with her left leg, and that gave Rose a way to escape without getting choked there, fortunately for her. And now she's on top. But Zhang is still pretty active from the bottom, too. Oh, it looks like Zhang's setting up for a sweep. She's trying to escape out the back. Both Rose scrambling. Great recovery to guard from Zhang, though.
I don't know how the judges are going to score these. This is tough.
Yeah.
Because it's like for one takedown, then someone else gets it. One person's on top, then someone else is on top. It's like, who do you give it to, you know?
The closed guard has like devolved so much in the last 15 years because it used to be it used to set up so many submissions. You don't see as many submissions set up now. To me, the best use of the closed guard that I've seen in recent years was when Bisping used it to just elbow GSP a lot. I think that's what you do. You create a little bit of space, and Zhang just did it a couple times. I think that's the best use of the closed guard these days, unless you're like a super high-level grappler or you've got somebody with lazy posture. And Rose is getting there with lazy posture. She was hanging out in the middle. But I think she was using it as a means to try to pass the guard. But most people usually do when they're setting that up. Rose probably going to try to pass.
Oh,
she's
she got
just not
kicked.
able to get anything.
She got kicked with an up kick, I think, on the way in too there.
Do you all think that Rose manages to take this round if she stays on top the rest of it, based on the judging?
Yes.
Yeah. She
Yes.
ends the
And
round
if you
on
look
top.
at significant strikes, Rose is leading by a lot in this round. But like she's lost significant strikes in every round previous.
Yeah. So it's quite possible that this fight comes down to who wins the fifth round.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They both
I
need
think
to be
fifth is
fighting.
very important.
Yeah, they both need to be fighting the fifth round like it's 0-0. Yeah, Rose with another, or Zhang with a nice elbow from the bottom again. Tony Ferguson, it's wild that he's really one of the few guys that like works off his back so much.
Yeah.
The way that he does. Pat Barry's yelling, 5 minutes left. Rose looks calm. Ooh, let us know in the chat. Who do y'all have winning right now? Or is it
A lot of people have 3-1 Zhang, 3-1 Zhang.
Man, I'm surprised by that, but a lot of those early rounds were pretty close, but I could see where Zhang would get the edge there.
Oof.
I think it's 3-1 or 2-2. I think 2-2 at best for Rose.
I agree. 2-2 is what I have.
Yeah,
but I think
won't be shocked to see Zhang end up taking a 3-2 decision.
Yeah.
Canelo apparently won with the knockout.
Oh, what round did you say?
10th.
I didn't.
10th round? 11th round, my brother said? Oh, okay. My brother's watching the fight over there.
So it's 11th round and winning through 10, yeah.
11th round. Nice.
Rose didn't have her mouth guard in.
Wow.
She just had an epiphany or what? Wow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Rose lands a leg kick, but Zhang's swinging for the head.
Yeah, Zhang countered that really, really well with a two-piece. Zhang is throwing punches, setting it up, trying to get in on the body lock, and trying to set up basically a drag down of Namajunas, which she probably should try.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like, it's such a close fight. Like if she takes her down, like if she wins this round, would she still win? Probably.
I think
Rose
beautiful. Wow. That was a swift takedown from Rose Namajunas.
That was perfect.
Right
was that
smack
enough?
dab in the middle of the cage.
Great transition. But is that enough?
I don't know.
I don't know.
She's going to have to be
Like,
more active. Oh, man.
I don't feel like the sense of urgency is there for Rose.
She's on top right now.
I think she feels like if she wins this round, she wins the fight. I don't know if she will, but I think that's what she and her corner feel. And she needs to be way more active from the top than Zhang is from the bottom.
Nice punches there.
One for the
Man, Rose Namajunas just diving back in, saying up kicks be damned. She didn't care. She just wants to remain in top control to some degree. top control in somebody's guard is rough, though. Like, I mean, you can't get a lot on your punches. There's not a lot else you can do. You risk being upkicked. You risk possibly being submitted. Meanwhile, the other person's doing every single thing they can to get up. So you're dealing with that sense of urgency from them. It's a rough spot to be. I mean, it's preferable to a lot of other spots, but it's still like, unless you're working to pass, it's not too productive usually.
Just based off what I see on like people who would know, like Twitter wise, or scoring at Zhang right now, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Understandable for sure.
Rose landed a nice punch. She's
This'll
like
be
going side to side.
This will be another one that if Zhang wins, they'll probably run it back.
Yeah.
Agreed. Wow. Didn't even think of that.
Loud USA chants. Because
I remember one time they chanted USA for an Edge La Resistance match.
yeah.
And Kane came out and they got even louder. He was born in Spain.
Right.
Just so everybody knows.
I remember for a while there, they were like making all the, in like the early 2000s, they were making all the wrestlers like change where they were billed from. Like Jericho had to be from New York, and like Benoit was like from Atlanta, and all this stuff all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think
That was one thing I like about Pride. Like, I would watch Pride and nobody was chanting like USA chants or anything. And then all the foreign fighters come to the States and they're all like, USA. I'm like, it's Vanderlei Silva. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Rose has taken this round easily. Oh,
Yeah.
great shot in on that.
Yeah, that was clean.
Man,
I just don't know if it's enough.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Zhang quite possibly has 3 rounds here. It's just, sadly with MMA judging, it's like we don't know. And this was a very
Totally
close fight.
agree.
Yeah.
Very close fight. And I mean, the 3 rounds for Zhang were pretty close.
this is
If that happens, Rose's were pretty one-sided in a lot of ways. I mean, that 5th round was completely one-sided.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is the kind of fight where, like, if Weili Zhang leaves with the title, like, it feels a little like, you know, she didn't, like, definitively beat her for the belt. It always feels better when, like, someone really clearly wins a fight like this.
Which makes me feel like I don't know if Dana is going to do a rematch, because it's like the fight wasn't overwhelmingly exciting or anything. And so he might just be like, Rose will work herself back up.
That'd be rough considering.
Because part of me thinks that they wanted Zhang to win anyways. Like, the whole point of running this back right off the bat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she helps them get into a market.
When Zhang had the belt for like 2 fights. It wasn't like a super long title run.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cyclops says USA chants are the worst. Feels racist for real. It's felt progressively more as time has went on.
There's just so many great foreign fighters, and it's just like, I'm not going to cheer for a fighter just based on where they're from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't cheer for anybody from Rhode Island, even if that's the United States. That's how I roll.
I'll even cheer for people from Philly. It's fine.
Ooh, that's tough.
There's a lot of great fighters from Philly. So.
That is true. I think, man, that was close. That was so close.
Yeah, it was.
I get the thing is, I can see it going both ways, but I think, and that's what's hard, like explaining it to people.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like this was so close that you can't really be upset one way or the other. Halle
Yeah.
Berry's in there with the belt.
Well, then I give it to Halle
wild.
Berry. Let's give it to Halle Berry.
Promoting her Netflix movie.
Yeah. I remember when Halle Berry was married to David Justice back in the day. That was like
I
a
do
big deal.
too.
Oh, split decision. As close as you can get.
Oh, is that what it was?
It's a split.
There you go.
But
That explains why we were having a hard time.
Rose wins.
Rose
Wow.
by split decision. Now, honestly, I'm happy to see it go down this way.
Yeah, it's not robbery.
Yeah.
And it was such a dominant last round, and that's sometimes a big impression in the judge's mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for Rose. She went from
That's
like 1 foot out of the whole sport, like not even sure she wants to do it anymore, to defending a belt. Good for her.
But I mean, we talked about it being possibly 2-2 and going into the fifth, and she clearly won the fifth. So I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
I wonder if Rogan's gonna ask her who she wants next. If they'll actually like say a name.
she's not big on call outs.
Yeah, I know, but maybe Rogan says like, Carla Esparza is looking good. What do you think about that? Something.
I'm the best. That's all she'll say.
Yeah.
I would pop if she says I'm calling out Aaron Rodgers right now.
She said she's feeling healthy. She can probably get back in the cage
Yep.
soon again. Awesome.
Yeah, what judge gave it 49-46?
49-46 is tough. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
so the 3 rounds that people could have given to Zhang, they were all close. They were all very close. So I guess I'm not. I wouldn't call it a joke. I would just say I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it.
Check their finances.
Reminder, guys, go to helixsleep.com. Take their questionnaire. It'll match you up to the right mattress for you. helixsleep.com/Fightful. Save $200 off your order. Free shipping as well. You can try it for 100 nights, risk-free. If you don't like it, they will come to your house and get it. There is no risk to try it out, and it will change your quality of sleep. It changed my life, quite frankly. I used to be just a back sleeper. Now I'm a back and a side sleeper. And if you wouldn't mind, just hit them up on Twitter at helixsleep.com and say, hey, Fightful told me about you. Even if you're not going to order one, just let them know.
Cyclops, nice.
Oh yeah, we pull that up. Oh, sorry. I think I hit it at the same time.
Cyclops says, I'd sell my soul and yours to be with Miss Perry.
Oh, mine's gone, so good luck.
I already had to sell mine to get this job.
Yeah.
I remember being so excited for Swordfish because that was like the first time she was supposed to really
Jesus.
show him. I was like, yes, get Swordfish tickets.
There you go.
That movie did
John Travolta with like the bleached long hair, and Hugh Jackman as a computer hacker.
I forgot
Amazing.
about Hugh Jackman in that.
Yeah.
parents.
I love these cameras they use. These like 8K cameras or whatever for the entrances and stuff. This look awesome.
Yeah, it's dope.
They use them a little bit for football too, I've noticed.
Fox does.
That's the future right there.
Yeah.
Almost 3D. Let us know in the chat, y'all. He got in this main event. Huge rematch. The first fight totally ruled.
It absolutely did.
I am pumped.
Hey, Steve, can you check your Twitter DM?
We got Usman in round 3.
You see the message I sent you back? I
got it now. We're good.
Oh, okay.
TKO. Everybody wants Usman. I like it.
Like I said, I'm literally only taking Colby because he's in a desperate situation. Like, this is like do or die for like his entire career, it feels like.
Yeah, that's true.
And like most people want to see him lose, and I totally get it. And I'm not saying I'm necessarily cheering for him over Usman or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, he's in a desperate situation right now. Like, so.
And the problem is with his gimmick, there's not a lot of opportunities to go other places, like in his athletic field. So if he wanted to go to pro wrestling or anything like that, I don't think he'd have too many options like he thought he would.
Well, so, look at what he did. He burned that bridge with American Top Team, and like if he wouldn't have done that, he'd totally be on AEW right now, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like he's burned all of his bridges. He's with like a totally new team. He's not even with the team anymore. It's like a camp. It's a team technically, but it's a camp specifically built around him. Like I don't think he has a whole lot of like other training partners in the sport, because you see what happens every time you're a UFC fighter that trains with him. You wind up in a feud with the guy, and yeah, it's a mess. But if he wins tonight, he's going to shut a lot of people up. If he loses tonight, like I just don't know where you go from here. Like we said earlier, maybe you go to middleweight, maybe, but like he's going to be a small middleweight. So
here's a nice story. Rose Namajunas in the post-fight interview said she wants to build Earthship academies. Ariel Helwani just posted this. Like his Thug Nose shirts went to that, and it was about $9,000 short of its $20,000 goal. And Pat McAfee showed up and just paid the remaining $9,000 on it.
Nice.
Wow,
that's badass.
Really awesome. Woo! I just saw that Canelo finish.
Yeah, I saw it too.
That was nasty, man. Okay, that wasn't even the finish. He came back for more. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a mistake to come back for more.
Oh, man, how I wish we could have seen like this Canelo against Mayweather.
Yeah.
Right.
This matured Canelo. Oh,
Floyd knows how to pick him, though. Like, Floyd knew that kid had never been on a pay-per-view main event or anything like that, and he took advantage of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, getting him when he's like 23 and but it was already 42-0 and had that great WBC light middleweight title reign, and I don't blame him, but whew, boy, I wish we could have seen it. I wish we could have seen that Floyd against this Canelo, but unfortunately, I mean, 13-year age difference between the two. So, I think that fight was closer than it would be today, obviously, because 44 ain't easy to do it. Chris Warden says, "Evening, guys. Canelo out of nowhere with a crazy KO." Ryan Evans says he won the TKO in the 11th. It was, hell of a finish. I just saw it.
What's the next big boxing match we got? Like, is it Jake and Fury?
Honestly, it's Crawford and Porter. That's the next big one.
Oh, that's like this month, isn't it?
Yeah, Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter.
Oh. Dude, we're going to be sitting right here a month from now watching Jake Paul get another knockout.
Like I said, if they're smart, they're going to have Tyson Fury heavily involved in all that. He's going to be in the corner. He's going to do some promos. They're going to try to sell it like Jake Paul versus Tyson Fury.
Yeah, it's true. Winston says he's hyped for NGI 6 next week. Yeah, that's going to be nuts.
Full Gear is going to be nuts.
Yeah, it is. And y'all are going to both be there live. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited. My first AEW event.
Dude, there's so much fun. I'm going on December 1st in Atlanta, or like right outside of Atlanta.
I didn't even realize it was in Indianapolis this Wednesday, or I would have probably went. But I'm going to Full Gear, so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, you could have saw the contract signing.
I know. Knowing what I know now, if I had known Rocky was going to be on the show, I would have went and then tried to do an interview with Rocky Romero. But
yeah,
he's wrestling Danielson, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Man, did Bryan Danielson just give him a list and they're just like, yep, we'll get him here and we'll get him here and we'll get him here. I mean, God, like think about how many people he's already wrestled in such a short time.
Yeah. I'm going to go grab some water.
Yeah, he's been incredible. And I love that Kingston and Punk promo on Wednesday. That was incredible.
It did, like, I don't know if you watched the post show last night with Sean and Kate, but Sean was right. It kind of did start kind of like, what? And then it just, boom, like, it went from, like, 0 to 60, like that. And then I was like, granted, when I watch the first time, I'm not really, I'm looking for details, but I'm not, like, completely... I have to watch Rampage twice usually so I can catch everything, because when I'm doing it the first time with live coverage, I just have to make sure I get the 5, like, who, what, when, why.
Oh, by the way, sorry, Colby Covington's coming out to Kurt Angle's theme song right now, just so everyone knows.
Always.
Yes. Go ahead, Rob.
He likes the "you sucks" chants.
Yeah, that was it. That's all I was saying. That's just...
So they're getting the loud "you suck" chants from the live crowd. This is great.
They're re-recording tonight.
One thing I'm learning from Cody Rhodes is like 50-50 crowds are amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like the crowds are so much more into it when it's 50-50.
Yeah. John Cena was kind of the blueprint for that years ago, but he
really was, but like I was on the hating side of John Cena, and with Cody, I'm like on the cheering side now, and it's like, but the crowds are so into his matches.
Yeah. Sean, I'm sure you're hearing the "you suck" Kurt Angle walkout right now. I love how he leans into that. Like, why not?
He talks so much stuff right, but when he walks to the cage, he always looks so nervous because it's like the pressure he puts on himself is so huge.
Yep.
And the last time he fought this guy, the dude broke his jaw. Like,
regardless of what he says, yeah,
I know. It's so funny. Like, it's even in his corner. He's like, my jaw's broken. I think my jaw's broken. And then like they show the slow mo, and it's like goes, and then his whole face is swollen. He's like, no, I didn't break my jaw.
Kamaru Usman is one of those fighters. Like, when I watch him, I know that like years from now I'll be like, I'm glad I watched that guy fight.
Yeah,
like, he's a very special fighter
for sure.
And I know.
Do you think though his personality though is kind of like not necessarily matches the fighter though? Like I feel like he comes off kind of like corny sometimes, but like he in the cage he's amazing.
Well, I mean, compared to fake newsman and juiceman and shit like that, I mean,
not even the Colby, but just in general, like he just is. I don't know. It's almost like he's kind of found himself through this process. Because, like, you remember the time where he was like, that's only 20% of me and all this other stuff. Yes. And it was just like, dude.
And it's like, since he won that title, it's like you look at it and, okay, he beat Woodley, and then he's had like 3 finishes and 3 bonuses since then. He won the title, and he was like, hey, I know I had a bunch of bad fights before that, but I'm just going to kill people now.
Yep. And he's also got crazy swag now. He's out in fur coats with big freaking glasses and gold chain. Like he just has so much more confidence now. I feel like he's just really grown as a fighter mentally. He's so strong mentally now.
Yeah.
You want to fix the page for this fight?
Should.
It should have reloaded, but
It should have updated itself.
Yeah.
There we go. Good call. Reminder, guys, you can get your super chats in right now. Also, helixsleep.com/Fightful. Show us some love.
That's wild. Look at that record. 16-2 and 19-1.
I think Usman's technically like, I know the competition level recently has been really, really high for him, but I think he's coming up on like Anderson Silva's like win streak in the UFC too.
Yeah.
Anderson's was so impressive because he came and he beat Lieben and then it was like all title fights. Like the rest of those, it took a little while for Usman to get the title, but now that he's had it, he's been totally dominant. Well, Alicia agrees with you, Doug. She said that Usman had to grow on her. Says he was so corny and boring. There you go. Really wanted Woodley to beat him, but Colby forced me to like Usman now. Dude, Usman put a beat down on Woodley.
Usman's won 14 straight fights in the UFC. Anderson Silva was at 16. Usman did win 2 on the Ultimate Fighter, but those were 2 rounds. It is worth noting John Jones's unbeaten streak is like forever.
Right.
Like forever long.
Oh, yeah, because you wouldn't count Matt Hamill there.
I mean, technically the unbeaten streak is 18 in a row because he had the no contest.
Right.
Yeah.
And, yeah, if you want to get non-technical, 20 for Jones. But
yeah. That's right, because he has the Matt Hamill.
Who knows if we ever even see him fight again at this point?
Yeah, I don't think so.
He'll be available next year.
That's so tough because like the UFC should cut him because people that get in trouble for the same stuff wind up getting cut by the company.
Buddy Riddle got cut for weed.
Oh, I know. And
then Dana White went on Fox Sports with Chael Sonnen, who failed like 700 drug tests.
Yeah.
And said, where's this dummy going to make 6 figures without passing a drug test?
Wasn't Chael doing like money laundering or fraud or something too around that time? Like it was like
talking about that out loud.
Well, I'm just saying, like he was like there was a whole lot going on with Chael. He was kind of an unreliable guy in a lot of ways. But
you think?
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, Usman's looking confident.
The one where Usman like really won me over, beating Woodley was really impressive. But like when he beat Colby in the way that he beat him, standing up almost the entire fight, like people are talking about how boring of a fighter he was. And then it was basically like a fight of the year contender. And then like just like to knock out Gilbert Burns with almost a jab, to knock out Jorge Masvidal, like you just can't deny the guy. And I know a lot of people really like hold GSP to their heart, but like he's getting close to like GSP territory.
He's getting close, yeah. Like, do y'all think that Colby like goes for a takedown pretty quick in this?
No,
you think they stand again here?
I think he's going to stand with him. I think he's going to try to time the takedown, but I don't think it'll be right off the bat or anything.
Usman's striking looks so good lately. Like I just don't think.
I don't think this goes 3 rounds. I really don't.
The one thing I know is neither guy's going to get tired. So that's going to play into this too, potentially. Like, Colby throws a lot of volume. He just doesn't have the KO power.
See, what I think is going to happen is I think Colby is not going to throw as much. I think Colby is going to be much more protective and focus more on defense, which could end up to be more of a boring fight. But I think he's going to be more strategical. He's going to go for takedowns. He's going to focus on his defense. I think that's the two keys for Colby.
Tell us who you think's going to win in chat, please, and what round you got.
Yeah,
And
what round?
just for the record, just so I know I'm not completely crazy, I looked up the Chael Sonnen thing. Back in 2011, there was a money laundering charge thing that did go down. So I wasn't completely –
that's when he was trying to get involved in politics.
Yeah, like, I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, I didn't just, like, make that up out of the blue. I'm not, like, trying to, like, you know.
Oh, there's Bruce. Let's go.
If Colby wins this, I'll be absolutely shocked.
Usman in third. I got Usman in the second.
I've got Usman in the third.
I'm taking Colby by decision.
Whatever round he wants. Okay, that makes sense too.
But if I had money on this, I'd say, like, Usman in, like, the second or third. If I had money on this, but because I do not, I'm saying Colby
I didn't
by
touch
decision.
it this time either. I did too much for football tomorrow, so
dude. Ugh. Football.
This kind of worked out though because like the Canelo fight's over with, and you can still watch the main event of the UFC. So
yep, I think that was by design
well.
by the Canelo fight. Like, I think that they intentionally didn't want to go head to head with the main event of this. Like, Canelo is obviously huge, but like, why split the audience like that if you can avoid it?
Well, and very rarely on boxing pay-per-views do they start at like the main event at like 10:15, 10:30. So this definitely was planned.
Yeah. The other week was wild how we did the watch along for Fury and Wilder, and we were all watching GCW, and like, it literally ended right before the main event of Wilder and Fury.
Lauderdale was ready for it.
Yeah, he knew. I was getting so worried. I was watching that GCW show, and I was like, they're doing like extra promos and video packages, and like, they're like stretching this whole thing out. 15-minute intermission. I'm like, just
did we
done before the main event.
Did we read this super chat from Alicia?
Yes, got it. She basically echoed what Doug said, that that Usman did come off as corny earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
I love Usman now, though. I think he's great.
Yeah. Oh, you can't deny what he's become for sure. I mean, like you were saying, he's in the conversation. Like, I'd still put GSP above him, but like the fact that Usman's even being brought up in that conversation means a lot.
I do. I just think he's knocking on that door. You know how like Woodley was trying to make it out like he was already better than GSP, and like I never even thought he was knocking on the door. But like Usman, man, it's something. But I'm telling you, I feel like Chimaev's going to beat both of them. Whoever wins this, it's Chimaev's belt. He's just different. Colby has his back turned.
Oof. I wouldn't even be mad if Chimaev got a title shot after what we've been seeing. Like, I would just do it.
Like, well, and I mean, I think if Usman wins, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. There's.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is it. Man, what is about
the main event?
Nervous for this one.
Let's go. Let's play.
HelixSleep.com/Fightful.
Hell yeah.
Short and sweet, Sean.
Got another for third round TKO here.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone has Usman except for me, I think. Like, everyone watching, everyone in here. It's a better pick. It really is. But
Colby way more cautious, just like I predicted.
Yep.
Already cracked a couple times, too.
I don't see the point, though. In my opinion, Colby's best weapon is his volume.
I agree. And we don't know what the grappling is still because they didn't wrestle at all in their first fight.
Which was nuts.
Yeah.
Usman has never been taken down, though, in the UFC.
Jeez, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Wild. So Colby was talking about how he wants to take that stat away from him. So we'll see what happens. I don't know about y'all, but every time now I see a leg kick, I'm worried the leg's going to break.
Yeah, I get worried a lot more now than I used to.
Wow. Well, if they don't turn their hips, that's when that happens. So if they don't pivot or turn their hips, that's when you get the leg breaks because you're not putting your power in, and your leg's just not supposed to go that way when you don't turn your hips.
Colby did get a takedown roll, whatever. I don't know if you could actually call that a takedown, but
I would.
Fight is now. I wouldn't either.
But it was close.
But it definitely changed the way the fight was last time. Because, like I said, as long as you just introduce the threat of it, it changes how Usman has to approach the striking. Wow, Colby with a wild miss. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah.
All you can.
Usman keeping the center of the octagon. Oh, Colby with a nice left. Yeah, they just said on commentary, Colby didn't attempt one takedown in their first fight. They didn't even try once.
I don't like Colby's strategy though. I just, you don't have the same power as Usman. So just standing there and like picking your shots here and there, like I don't think that that's gonna win the fight.
Yeah, and he's switching stances as well, kind of going back and forth. But yeah, I agree. I mean, Usman. Oh, nice left by Colby again.
Yep.
The difference, though, is like Usman's proved he has the power, like with what he's been doing in his last few fights, like that he does have one-punch KO power.
Colby is definitely switching stances, though. That's
big takedown from Usman.
Usman's got his back. Oh, right back up.
Colby laughing about it, but he just got taken to down.
Ooh, nice left by Usman.
Wow. Both guys, I like. Honestly, they're pretty equal. It's just Usman has just incredible power, and Colby doesn't.
Yeah. Colby's throwing combos, but Usman's throwing back.
Nice little body shot that Colby hit him with.
Yeah. They're getting close and scrambling. Man. I'm just like waiting for one of them to like really land. Like, see what happens here. You guys hate each other too. That's the whole other side of this.
The stats read very similar, but like this round has screamed Usman to me.
Yeah.
The takedown and the shots that he's landed, and now Colby's busted up.
Nice FU Colby chant going on right now.
Oh yeah, they've been cheering for Usman and
Colby's cut.
Wild since Covington was so over at the presser.
I know.
It's true, yeah.
Those people who don't got to pay for tickets.
Yeah. all 500 of them.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Colby's already cut.
Yeah, he's got a cut under his right eye. It's on his cheek, so it shouldn't affect too much there at least.
It's just a start, though. He's about to leak like a faucet after the third, fourth round.
And yeah, I'd give that. I'd say 10-9 Usman for that round.
Yep, same
here.
Oh, it was a headbutt that opened him up. They showed the replay there. Unintentional headbutt, of course. But
I'm just not used to seeing Colby not throw that many strikes. I mean, with Robbie Lawler, he threw like 500 strikes. Like this is, and in the last fight with Usman, he threw a lot of strikes.
still just second round. We got a lot of fight left.
I wonder if he's just doing this for the first couple of rounds and then he's going to really try to put on a pace on him.
Round 2 just started. I think DC just said that Colby's corner told him like to stick to the plan. Like they have like I guess a very specific plan for this. Usman landed a nice hook there too. Usman caught the kick to the body. Another FU Colby chant. Colby's like smiling, but like
I'm telling you, he just put on too much pressure on himself. Like it has its perks to get the attention, but you could have went a different route and still got a lot of attention. It didn't have to go as extreme as he did.
That's for sure. Clinching.
I will say this though, Kamaru's definitely just letting the fight happen. He's not being aggressive. He's just letting it come to him.
Usman just whipped an uppercut. I was like Colby just whipped an uppercut, but I don't know if I said Usman.
You did.
I meant to say Colby. My bad.
Yep, I see it now.
Oh, you just
Nice body shot.
You'll see it here in a second, though, but Usman misses with like a big right hook, and Colby's like nervously smiling. Like,
yeah, I see it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really surprised the strategy of the fight. I just didn't expect that.
I honestly expected Colby to like attempt to wrestle.
Yeah, that
even
too.
Even though Usman, like you said, never been taken down and everything, but like, I just think if they just stand this whole time, Usman's just going to get the better of him for 5 rounds.
I agree. That's why I don't understand the strategy.
Nice right by Colby. Put him up against the cage. Ooh. Usman, almost a pedigree position. Colby's got a single, but he's not.
Usman's got his shoulder, though.
Yeah, he's got like the whizzer. Usman with some short shoulders.
I don't see any way he's getting this takedown.
Nope. They'll see in a second. They break up.
Nice little shoulder strikes from Usman.
Usman really pulling away in the strikes department in this round too. Let me see if I can find by round and throw them up here on the screen, which I should have done before. My apologies, guys.
Oh. Colby's like whiffing everything.
Yeah.
Like, everything that he's throwing heavy, he's just missing completely.
It seems like he's going to get countered real bad real soon.
Yep.
He keeps leaning out over his front foot an awful lot when he finishes up those combos, and like you said, he's whiffing on them. The technique isn't tight on those, which that was a nice one. But as I just mentioned, he got fucking countered.
Usman is nailing it. He dropped him twice.
Well.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, you'll see it any second.
Oh.
Colby's hanging on. Like Colby just got him by the legs.
I hate to be the one to say I told you so, but
if he was going to stand up, he could totally pedigree him right now.
Way too many wild misses.
Woo! As I was saying, he throws a little bit too wild, even when he connects, and he sets himself up to be countered because he's not bringing these back. He's going through and he's following through, and I realize this is a guy who's never done a pro fight, talking about a pro fighter in a championship fight, but he's leaning out over his lead leg. He's leaving himself out there to be countered an awful lot by Usman, and Usman recognized that and cracked him. But that is what brought Covington a lot of his success in the first fight, was a bit of an unpredictable striking style that Usman couldn't really prepare for. And now he can prepare for it, and we're seeing the difference in going in blind versus going in with 5 rounds.
Yeah. Y'all think that's a 10-8 there? Dropped him twice?
Yes, I do. He almost finished him. He was saved by the bell.
Yeah. I'd be fine with the 10-8. I would have been fine with the 10-8 and Gaethje Chandler also, just for the record, but I'm not like I could see it both ways. I'm pretty liberal with 10-8s personally. I wish they used them more. Yeah.
Well, it would make judging a lot easier, the scoring of fights, and not just come down to 1 round here, 1 round there, 1 round here.
Exactly, because with the 10-point must, there should be fights that are 10-7s and stuff. 10-8s are always so different from one another.
MMA needs its own rule set. It got boxing's rules.
Somebody in my comments said, I only pop for one white man using that theme, and it ain't Colby. So I replied, Charlie Haas.
There you go.
SWE champion or something like that.
Wait, right now?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, really? I remember he did that Ring of Honor run a little while ago. And then, I don't think I've really seen him since.
Oh,
it's probably a good thing.
He popped back up on Hannibal's YouTube channel, and he was real sweaty for some reason. Don't know why. I think he got done doing some sort of amateur wrestling thing, but I think he won their title or something like that.
Wow. Colby with a nice left, by the way, just then, but Usman shook it off. Well, good for Charlie Haas. Still out there doing it.
Ooh, that was a good punch by Colby.
It looked like it stunned him for a second, but he just no-sold it.
Remember, I predicted that Usman was going to finish him in the 3rd, so there we go.
You did. Nice jab from Usman. You can probably pop that off a lot more, too. Just pepper him up.
I feel like Colby's distance, his judge of distance, is way off tonight, too. He's missing a lot, and it's he's trying to catch him on the end of his punches, and he's not even close.
Yeah.
Oh, Matthew, Usman's definitely winning.
Yeah, even if Colby won the first, which I don't think he did, I would give the first to Usman as well, but the second is arguably a 10-8, so, he might be up 28-17 right now, potentially.
And ask yourself, can Colby drop Usman twice? No way.
Don't think so. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. At this point, Colby probably already can't win a decision.
Yeah.
So he finally went for a takedown. Didn't even come close to getting it. Usman sprawled, and he's landing punches to Colby, who's turtled up.
Every time it goes to the ground, Covington's getting, I don't want to say embarrassed, but one-sided. He tried the takedown earlier, and Usman was like, LOL, nah. Then he got cracked, and Usman followed him to the ground. Now he just shot for a takedown, and it just did not work.
It's got to be humbling too. It's got to be humbling too when you're rocking like the USA Wrestling tattoo on your back and like this dude just like sprawls like it's nothing.
Well, and I mean, like I feel like Usman, if he really wanted to, he could put him away right now. He's just taking his time, just being composed, looking to see if his shot comes. Which I mean, I think is really a remedy of a champion. You know, you don't have to overreact and just be calm. Being calm in there is a huge thing.
Yeah, because he can land. It was like that. It was like that short left hook, which is like what really. I think he dropped Colby with that both times.
Yeah.
So he might just be waiting for Colby to overcommit to one of those. Kind of like Sean was saying, lean over his own legs and just pop him with the left when he gets a chance.
Part of me feels like Usman just wants to punish him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely plays into these guys just despising each other. Like
he's starting to slip these Covington punches by a mile, and then the counter's coming.
Yep. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think Colby's won a round. He's about to lose 3 rounds.
Second round might be 10-8.
Yeah.
Based on Vegas judging, because they, when somebody gets knocked down, a lot of times it's just a 10-8 these days, which I'm completely in favor for.
Yeah. Oh, Colby with the combo. Oh, he caught him.
Those were a couple of good ones. Those were good, tight, a straight and a jab that went and went right back out. Now Colby Covington briefly got Usman down. Usman back up.
Yeah, this is huge for Colby because he may have just won this round.
I don't know though, because it's not really a legit takedown. But I mean, it could maybe give the judges might change their mind on it, but it's good momentum for Colby. He needed that.
Yeah.
Mikey T MMA says, "Love all you guys. Take my money. FTF." Yes, FTF. By the way, guys, check out the new Fightful magazine. There we go. Cover story on Darby Allin, wrestling's next enigmatic star. I did an interview with Dominic Mysterio. We have Shaza McKenzie writing for us as well. I'll look at Joshi Pro. Taylor Hendricks wrote a great tribute to Daphne Unger. We take a look at the return of Becky Lynch as well. Plus retro gaming, wrestling mega fans, lots more. Make sure you guys check it out, FightfulMag.com. Also, if you want to spend a little bit more money, of course, there's FightfulSelect.com for all that backstage news that Shane Helms doesn't want you to read, from what I understand. He absolutely doesn't want you to read my report on who produced matches last night. He doesn't want you to read my report on creative plans for some of these wrestlers before they were released. Had one today. I'm going to have another tomorrow just because I feel like it. FightfulSelect.com. You can also get lots of cool merch at shop.fightful.com. That's our last plug of the evening. HelixSleep.com/Fightful.
Would anyone want fight night shirts, like Fightful fight night shirts? That might be kind of cool.
Maybe.
Let us know in the chat. Weekender shirts, fight night shirts. Let us know. I know I'd wear them for sure. My family would wear them.
Mikey T says, tonight's been a prime example of why I love this sport. Beautiful, poetic violence, true warriors at their finest. You love to see it. You really do. Some really good stories here. I mean, when we heard that Gaethje and Chandler was kicking off the pay-per-view, like you kind of knew something special was going to unfold. Covington landing a nice combo. And I think he's doing what he's got to do. Whenever you start to land, follow up, put the pressure on. Don't give Usman room to breathe. But Usman is breathing, and he's doing it efficiently and then firing back with punches.
Sound like Colby chants, too, just then.
Yeah.
Like the crowd's starting to win the crowd over a little. Yeah, I'm with you, Sean. I think he needs to pretty much go for broke. Like, you got to assume you're not going to win by decision. Like, stay in his face. You had a little success at the end of the last round. Just go for it.
Volume, man. He's got to do volume. If he strikes in volume, that's his best weapon.
So I still have this 3 rounds to none for Kamaru Usman, and I got the second round as a 10-8.
Yeah, I mean, that could very well be what we're looking at right now. Oh, nice combo from Colby. He just
I feel like the momentum is starting to swing, though. Like, I feel like Colby at the end looked pretty good, and now he has more confidence.
This has been his best round so far, these first
For
2
sure.
minutes.
Wow. He's hit him with some pretty good combinations.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. Right.
Whew. But Usman's still got 3 minutes to win this round, and now he's starting to apply pressure on Colby Covington.
Oh, Colt.
Now good exchange from both guys.
Yeah, this is.
Oh my gosh. Covington tried to get into that clinch, and Usman just bullied him, man.
And hit him in the body, threw him off.
Big body shots, yeah.
This is what I wanted to see.
That was intimidating. The way that Usman was like, I'm not even going to try to get out of this clinch. I'm just going to uppercut you to the body multiple times. And the sheer force of it will break the clinch.
This looks more similar to their first fight this round here.
You also, strategy-wise, have to figure Colby didn't want to do this for 5 rounds. Like, maybe he's cool at doing it for the last 2 rounds. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah. I really think his goal was to take it easy the first 2 and then just step it up in the third, but he got hurt. And so then it's like everything got thrown out the window.
I got to say, I'm glad they turned stand and bang mode on for this fight.
Yeah. Oh, nice kick to the body.
Woo.
Nice right, left. Usman, I mean, Colby's actually clipping him now. This is getting really interesting. And the crowd's chanting Colby again. And Usman, they're both kind of sliding around, too.
Just took Colby a while. Another thing that could be is just a long layoff for Colby. It took him a while to get used to being in there again.
Colby going for the takedown, doesn't even come close.
Y'all see how both of them are sliding on that monster logo?
Yeah, I was just saying that a second ago. That was, yeah, they were both sliding just then. Colby's complaining about something to the ref. Wow. The one thing I really don't want to happen is this goes 5 rounds and it's super close, and then Colby just like complains about it over and over again afterwards. Like,
please God, no draw or anything like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not saying this fight is worthy of a draw. I just know the judges can be goofy.
Yeah.
Buddy, you know how many recount jokes we're gonna get?
True. Wow, so we got the 5th and final round coming up next. Did
Colby hurt him? Did Colby hurt him in the last second of the round?
I don't think so.
It looked like Kamaru was a little wobbled.
Well, so even if there's a 10-8 second round for Usman, we're all probably in agreement that Usman won the first, won the second. The third was closer, but probably was still Usman. So, like, Colby would still need a finish in the 5th round to win this. Like, there's still probably no way he gets
If I'm Colby going into the 5th, I'm throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the replay? What do you think? Was he hurt there, or was it just fine? Because one thing was, as soon as he hit him, he went to rush him because he thought he was hurt, and the ref stopped it because it was the end of the round.
These guys are like in the center of the octagon, like.
I love it.
Blocked.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look here, boys. You sold the fight. You made it work. It's a great rivalry.
Come on, just take him back.
Nice right, left from Colby.
The ref didn't even back him up.
Yeah, he just like, screw it, just go.
A lot of people have it 2-2, but I mean, I would still have that second round at 10-8.
Yeah, that's just going to be question.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
like,
with you.
You know, like, yeah, it's. You just never know what the judges are going to go.
There's another thing too. You got the crowd chanting "Let's go, Colby," and the judges, man. I don't know. I don't trust them.
Nice left from Colby. Ooh. Usman's jab landed, but Colby landed at the same time. This is
Colby's hitting it with some combinations. Oh,
Usman
straight shot from
nice
Usman.
Right. Oh, Colby with the combo.
Ooh, nice. That one snapped Usman's head back too. Ooh, Usman got cracked there.
He got cracked, and then Colby went for the takedown.
Colby cannot take him down.
Yeah, not even close.
And Colby,
wow,
that could cost Colby the fight. Shooting for that takedown could cost him the fight if this stays on the ground. Because it's very clear.
Winning in the stand-up.
It's very clear he does not have it for Usman on the ground.
No.
And if I were Usman, I would have kept it on the ground.
Yeah, that's a mistake to let it back up. This is a fight that needs to go 7 rounds.
Yeah.
Because these guys' cardio is just ridiculous. Man, Colby is over.
Oh, Usman went for a head kick. That was close.
Notice that Colby's nose is busted, too. It wasn't busted before.
If I was Usman, I would just jab him in the nose over and over. Like, he hasn't used the jab enough. Like, he was landing.
And he has a really great jab. I mean, he was destroying Gilbert Burns with the jab.
Straight right from Usman.
I'll tell you what, this fight was not what I expected, but it's been very entertaining.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes.
Yep.
Colby made it interesting in round 3.
Yeah.
Usman stumbled.
Oh, slip.
Colby,
And Colby still can't take him down.
I don't know why he's still going for takedowns. Like, you're not going to get him down. Like, you got to accept it.
Man, that was his best shot. I can't blame him for going for it though. Like he was vulnerable. He still couldn't get it though.
At best, on my scorecard for Colby, it'd be a draw. At best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he manages to knock down Usman a couple times before the end of this fight.
Yeah.
To me, it's all about round 2. How do you score it? If you score it 10-9, and if you do think Colby won round 3, which I'd have to go back and watch, then I think Colby's winning this round right now.
Yeah, this is going to be real interesting. We still got a little over a minute left.
God, I feel like we're going to see this again.
I mean, these are the 2 best guys in the division. Outside, like, we don't know enough about Chimaev yet, but he's the only one I think that could even have a chance against these 2 guys, to be honest. In the division,
I would give Chimaev to Vicente Luque and see how good he really is.
Oh, I'm not against that either. I'm sure they'll do Chimaev and Nate Diaz, though, especially if Nate's on the way out.
Yeah, that's the goal.
And he'll ragdoll Nate. I mean, that's just going to be
so bad.
Yeah. I love Nate, but, like, that's just...
But that gives us Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul, which is going to be incredible.
Big finger to the eye. Colby.
For who?
See that again. Usman gets Colby.
Buddy, Colby is going to complain about that for the rest of his life.
Yes, he is.
Oh, that he's holding on to that.
Yeah.
Take all 5 minutes, Colby. Get your wind in.
Yeah, by the way, they need to, not that I give a shit about Colby Covington, but like earlier on, we saw an eye poke and then they were just like, hey, you okay? Let's go. They got to give some time for these eye pokes.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was brutal. What, with Gaethje? Yeah, I was just like, you're good? Okay, now go in there.
Like, let him recover a little bit. You get 5 minutes for a nut shot. Give him 5 minutes for an eye poke.
Yeah.
Now they want a doctor? Is he getting out of here?
Cody's going to be like, I can't see, and he's going to try to get a rematch.
Oh, man, don't do this.
Colby's probably asking, he's like, if I say I can't continue, do I get the title or not?
Yeah.
Right. It's a DQ, right?
Yeah.
Let's get Dana in here. Ask him.
30 seconds.
All right, Colby's game.
I'm good.
Oh man.
I feel like this is. I haven't watched whatever's left.
What's that?
I feel like that this didn't really solve anything.
No.
True.
Like, there's not a definitive winner, and but Usman still looked better. But like Colby definitely was competitive. I don't know.
I can't tell if they're talking trash or trying to make up.
I don't think this is ever over.
No, they just shook hands, hugged. Okay. This is like South Park. It's like the bro down where they're like, I respect you, bro. I respect you, bro.
I think Cody just told him. I think Cody just told him it's all love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they are right there with each other, man. I mean,
Wow.
I mean, really, nothing got solved if Colby's about to win this decision, too. Like, if Colby won the decision right now, we're right back to square one with all of this.
Totally. But like, honestly,
yeah,
it's a great series. Like, a trilogy makes sense for these guys down the road. I really think that.
Yeah.
I think they do it immediately. I think they would.
Yep.
You got to strike while the iron's hot. You never know who's going to lose their next fight, so to speak. And
Agreed.
Imagine Chimaev just like picks Usman up off the ground and like throws him across the cage. And just be like, okay.
I smash.
Yeah, that guy's a champion forever. Like,
Yep.
all-time champ right here.
how'd y'all score that that last round?
I got Colby in the fifth.
Colby 10-9. Man, so like personally, I would have scored round 2 10-8 personally. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
but
Here's
I
the
think
thing,
round
though.
3
If
was
you
close.
did give Colby round 3, you could possibly have given Colby the last 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And in the judge's eyes, that's pretty convincing.
Yep.
Well, round 1 wasn't like super one-sided. Like, I mean, I think Usman
Agreed.
won, but like you
It was
never
still
know.
competitive.
Yeah.
I like what Luis just said. That was good. Luis said Colby got poked in one eye and sold the other one.
Classic heel.
But Usman's been putting people away. The fact that he couldn't put Colby away, I mean, you got to give Colby credit for that too. Like, second round, I really thought that was it.
Really odd. I was like, man, that was awesome fight, guys. You look so happy. All right. Go to scorecards. It's a unanimous decision.
That's got to be Kamaru then.
Yep. Unanimous, baby.
Yep. Usman retains.
Yep. Right call.
Yep. Like I said, I think Usman won 3 rounds, and the second round it was a 10-8, and Colby won the last 2.
Yeah.
I think the layoff from Colby, the long layoff, really affected him in the fight. I really do.
Was 48-46, was that the scorecard on
49-46?
So the 46 would have been a 10-8 second.
Yep.
Yeah, so see if Usman calls anyone out. He should call it Chimaev. Do it. I'm on the hype train at this point. I need to see Chimaev like beat the last dude he fought, and I was like, nah, I'm like all in. Usman's basically
Putting
saying
over
he's got some
Colby.
yeah, he's got respect for him. Like you can't spend this much time in an octagon with somebody and not respect him, like to some degree. Basically, is what he's saying. Come on, Rogan, ask him. Yeah, Rogan says he's in the pound for pound argument. Yeah, I'd say he's probably number one pound for pound. That's at least how we have him ranked on the Fightful MMA rankings. Is Usman number one pound for pound? Usman calls Colby the next best guy in the division.
Kamaru Usman becomes the third person to ever defend that welterweight title 5 times. He joins, or 5 times consecutively. He joins Matt Hughes. Of course, Matt Hughes had a second run where he defended it 2 more times. Then you got GSP, who defended it 9 times and then vacated it. But that's sort of, to me, like the 5 defenses thing was like a benchmark for a very long time. Like, you've got very few people that have reached that, like the greats, Joanna, Valentina, Rousey, Mighty Mouse, GSP, Aldo, Jones, Silva. Like, those are the type of people.
They're interviewing Colby. No act right now. He's just like being normal. Kind of being a likable guy. Like, could have been doing this most of this time.
He's breaking kayfabe.
Yeah, he just broke kayfabe. He said we hadn't seen the either the best or the last of him. One of the two.
Yeah.
Same difference. Damn.
Hell of a fight card tonight. Wish it ended before 145, but you know what? Here we are.
Yes.
Get that extra hour tonight, don't you?
Great show.
Wow,
guys,
Colby's
thank you all.
Colby's on 33.
Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Let people know where they can find all of you all. Doug, what's up with you?
You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me also on YouTube. I still do RVD Tito for life. Me and Steven do live rounds every Tuesday night. So if you guys want to hear us on our wrestling opinions, UFC opinions, boxing, all that good stuff, check us out and subscribe.
Old Bobo Wilkins, where can they find you?
You can find me at Rob Wilkins on Twitter. On Fightful every Tuesday and Wednesday and Fridays, I do live coverage of either NXT or AEW. But this coming Friday, you can catch me at the Minneapolis St. Paul Airport holding my Tony Khan Sinclair Broadcasting meeting taxi driver sign. So I'll be taking people back and forth to their meetings just to get wrestling fans going. But and I'll be picking Sean up, I guess. And
Steven. You can find me tomorrow on the Fightful Select Weekender podcast, talking independent wrestling, talking WWE releases, and a whole bunch of stuff. So that's at FightfulSelect.com. And Skull Vikings. I'm hoping the Vikings going to win tomorrow. And you follow me on Twitter at FightTalk_. I'll keep everything updated there. Watch me and Doug on Tuesdays at 10 p.m.
Guys, thank you all so much. We're out.